cannot move, but it was written that it can be an incremental idea, but here it should not be an incremental. Maybe some new thing you are giving, some new utility you are proposing, or new framework you are giving, and just stay on that, stick on that. Letters to editor, yeah. And sometimes use correspondence. Word you will find IEEE transaction on image, biomedicine and image analysis. I think there is a transaction, I am forgetting the exact name. They use correspondence word. And some people, some journals are using letters. Or there are some journals which are publishing only letters, IET electronics letter or IEEE signal processing letters. So some journals have small portion for the letters or correspondence, and some journals are only publishing letters. So this is also the thing, and they encourage it. And sometimes you can comment. For example, somebody write a paper and there is some mistake, you can write a letter to editor. This is also happening. Like you are saying that correspondence. You will find some paper that there is only this one variable was wrong. People write only one column paper for that. I have found even I found one thing in paper in a letter that somebody published a paper and he did not cite a very important paper in that. Skip that paper. In the second edition, there was a letter of one column. That author whose reference was skipped, he wrote a letter to the editor-in-chief that my reference is missing here, and this was very important. And editor-in-chief published it. So this is also, it's a correspondence. This is the reason I'm saying that letters or correspondence, both words are used interchangeably. Okay, now we see the typical contents of a paper. Normally we are familiar with this. I will go fastly here. Title is basically the best representation of the paper and contribution, unique features in that. So normally, like for example, you are solving a problem. So you have to choose a very good title, because title attracts people. When you search the paper, what do you read first? Title. Then you see abstract and authors. First you see the title. So title should be that kind of thing which should attract the people. It should not be just you are doing hanky-panky in that. It should attract, give some knowledge kind of thing. And it should be related to the contribution, of course. And it should not be 2 pages or many words in that. It should be restricted. Title should be restricted to 15 or 16, 15 words at most. Some journal have 12 also. It is written. When you submit a paper, what you have to follow the rules of the journal. It's written that your title should be up to 15 words long, not be more than 15. And abstract, it summarizes the essential ideas of the paper in about 150 to 200 words. For letters, it is different. For letters, it is 50 words. For IET electronics letter, they say within 50 words you have to write your idea, summary. An abstract should entice the reader. It should attract the reader that I should read it. After reading the title, your abstract should be like that it should attract me, that I go inside the paper. Abstract is the basically door of your paper, it is called. When you read the abstract, then you enter the paper. If you read the abstract, it is not saying any good words, or maybe it's not written in well format, then maybe you will not go to the paper, because you have no time to read every paper and in the detail. Because being a researcher, you just see the abstract, you see the title, you see the abstract, and then you decide that either I should read this paper or not. Minimum I do this thing. Even when you are being a reviewer, that when you read the abstract, then you make your mind. If abstract is poorly written and your paper is well, then it does not matter. So I think it is better to write good abstract and good, and you should entice your reader. It's very important. And it indicates why your work is new and better. Of course, you have to see the originality and novelty in the paper and what is new in that. It should also contains how to write abstract. Like first we have to intent or objective of the paper. What is the main objective and problem statement of that paper? You have to write 1 to 2 sentences is that. Okay, you have to tell the problem statement, what is the problem. And then method of study, what is your methodology of that thing, for that problem. Okay, you write 2 or 3 sentences for that. And then you write findings or results, that you find this thing after your methods or experimentation. You write 2 or 3 sentences in that. And at the end you conclude this paper, that this paper is better than that scheme or like this. You use this kind of words. So you write one or two sentences in that. So you can see that it is a just work of maybe 8 or 9 sentences, right? And it's brief, within 150 or 200 words you have to do it. Long abstracts are not recommended. Only, and secondly, references are not good to cite in the abstract. Don't write any references. It is not good. You will not see brackets and number 1 or number 2 in the references. It is not a good practice. It is not recommended. In introduction you give the motivations and the problem description, that what is the motivation that you are solving this problem and you are exploring this field. Okay, and the problem, what is the problem in this field? You are telling the author, you are telling the reader the problem. And what is the academic impact and importance of that problem and that field. And you do the literature review, of course, this is very important. First you say that this person has done this thing, this, and this was the problem, and that then this person proposed this scheme, and later on it was identified by third person that there was some problem. You are doing the literature survey of that idea, right? But not very detailed, like you are not writing a survey paper. But in brief, you are giving in a nutshell, you are giving reader an idea that what this field is, or what people have done before. And then you say, in this paper, we will propose. Then you say at the end, you say that in this paper, we will propose. And in literature review, show state of the art, classic papers. Don't cite any other paper which is, there are a lot of couple of thousands of, hundreds of papers are published. Don't show any, don't write or don't cite any paper. Just show classic or good papers which are related, mostly related to your research. And cite those references which are available to general publics. Some people are referencing those kind of thesis which is available in the library of ABC University, and this is not available. How can I access that thesis if it is not online? So don't cite this kind of reference. It is not recommended. Sometimes you will get objection from the reviewer that this site is not, this reference is not available to me. It happens. And avoid offensive remarks in the introduction, that this person has done nothing and I am proposing a new thing like this. Don't use suppose. Give respect to others. It's very important in research. Maybe the reviewer who is that person with whom you are saying this word. Don't use offensive. Maybe he is reviewing your paper. It's possible sometimes. Actually, accepted paper can be done because it comes online very soon. Like elsewhere, I give you example, when paper is accepted, within 1 month it comes online. So it is acceptable, no problem. Accepted papers can be cited. But the literature which is not online, it will not be available very easily, then it is, why are you citing that? Maybe it is available in the university of that country where there is no online system for the accessing the thesis. So don't cite that thing. Why not you cite other thing? This is the reason, because he will check that thing, that how you did, why are you citing that reference, but it is not accessible to him, then he will not be agreed. And don't cite too many web references. It is very important. I have seen in many papers that people are writing Wikipedia and many of these kind of things. Don't cite many web references. It is not good practice. Why? Because webs are normally finished. 1 year subscription, so normally it is finished. Then how person will search that thing? When the paper is published, it is available in the database in IEEE, then you trust it will be available for long because it is in a database. But website is not in the database. So this is the reason. Yeah, we shouldn't. Hmm? Not reliable also. Yeah, because it is not reviewed by somebody. It is just done by somebody, uploaded by somebody. Yeah, but if it is, you think that it is by Intel, by IBM, has put something, then you know that it is reliable and it is, will exist long, because these companies are, long existing companies. But if I make my website, I put something, and you are citing my reference, maybe after 1 year I will change my website, but reference is there in the web page. So this will create problem. So this is the reason it is not recommended to cite the web references. And introduction, you give the summary of the major contribution of the paper. In the second last paragraph, you give the summary. In this paper, we are doing this thing, this thing, this thing, and we achieve this thing. And at the end, you give the organization of the paper. That now, rest of the paper is organized as follows. Section 2 describes the methods. Section 3 describes the simulation results, and in section 4 we got the final results of that thing, or maybe something like this. Last paragraph of the introduction is organization of the rest of the paper. Okay? First is title, second abstract, then introduction, then materials and methods. Now we will see.